Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
What's up, everybody tuning in, man? Wherever you tune in from, it's Gas presents Sports for the Culture. I'm the host of the Damn Scruff. Chilling, enjoying the dog days of summer, man. Something about these days, man, they be like long days, man. Let me go ahead and introduce the fellas. Top left, introduce yourself.
It's your boy, and I would just like to say, all hail the king, all hail Senor Judge for being the leader of the Triple Crown right now in baseball: hits, RBIs, and I believe home runs.
I thought you were talking about King James. To be honest, when you was talking about the king, I don't know. And now, do you have to hail to the prince as well? I don't know. El Papa. All right, man. All right. Yes. Shout out to the El Capitan, as you said. Top right. Introduce yourself.
you know it is your boy Young Rome 22 on all socials as always. Got another great show for you fellas tonight. Sports for the culture. Like Scruff was saying, it's the dog days of summer. Sports gets a little slow. So as I always say, y'all come for the sports, you stick for the culture. We got another great one for you tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got another great one. Lots happened since the last time we was here. We had the NBA draft. We had the start of NBA free agency. What you doing with that tahini, man?
So I got some cut waters, and it's like a margarita. So tahini and margarita
Okay.
I have an addiction for tahini.
Yeah, that should be good as hell with the margarita. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, for sure. But all right, yeah. So we had a lot of shit that happened over the last week, man. The draft was good. I don't really feel like we need to get into that too specifically. More overall, we'll just group that in with the off season as it has been so far. We've seen some big moves being made. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there were some trades during the draft. Some teams drafted some players. Filled some spots. I'll say. There wasn't really anybody that was supposed to be like a life changing, with Victor Wembanyama at the top of the board, but probably some solid players that will come out of this draft. We'll see how it goes. I feel like the NBA free agency was the most exciting free agency, at least for me. I feel like it was a lot of stuff happening over the last couple days, man. Starting with right around the draft. Prior to the draft, the Knicks acquiring Mikal Bridges, which I believe that was 1 week ago today. And then they followed that up by re-signing OG Anunoby. The Knicks made some solid moves. The Sixers made some solid moves, adding Paul George, Eric Gordon, a few other guys there, and a few other moves have been made across the league. So I'm gonna open up a wider question to y'all. Which team do you feel like has made the biggest splash of free agency? No pun intended, by the way. Biggest splash of free agency. G, I'm gonna start with you.
Ooh, by splash you mean like picking the players, right?
Yeah, like who improved their team the most?
I want to say OKC right now, man. Right now they have it. I believe that they're building up a bench. They're building up a nice bench roster because you already know they're starting five for the upcoming season. And I think OKC right now so far the traded. I mean, they robbed the Bulls, and then they still one of the next key players. I gotta say Oklahoma right now. Oklahoma right now is like they're building off. They're building a bench. With the way the NBA is constructed right now, they're building a great bench. And I think that's what you need right now to go at least have a deep run in the playoffs. They need a great bench. And I think right now OKC is building a great bench. something that could go against Boston.
Yeah,
Now, see,
I agree. They definitely have some good bench players. They look a little weak at times in the paint with homegrown. Hartenstein helps that, and Caruso does seem like a good fit, a defensive player that could be a good role player for them. Ron, what do you think?
I was gonna say I tend to agree with G. Okay, see, I feel like they improved their team, but to me, splash means more of a like you can make a big splash, but it doesn't necessarily have to have the same substance. And to me, splash almost means flashy. And I think the biggest splash move that jumped off the page right away to me was the Paul George to the 76ers. That stood out. That's newsworthy to me. Um, will it pan out? I know it got Scruff excited. I know it was something for Scruff to be Sixers fans to be hype about. Will it pan out? Will this finally lead them to a chip? I mean, who's to say? But I do think it's an interesting piece in Philly, and I'm sure you got a ton to say about that, Scruff.
Yeah, man. We always had eyes on free agents. We've been trying to pair the free agent with Embiid for a while now, dating back to the Ben Simmons days. We was trying to land Kawhi Leonard. That's the reason why we traded Mikal Bridges in the first place, because we was trying to get them extra draft picks. So we traded Mikal Bridges on draft night. And we tried to get in Kawhi Leonard. We was trying to get LeBron. We was trying to get Paul George the last time he was a free agent, but he wasn't even looking our way. Well, it's like Mike Jones said, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Nah, but it's not really that. It's more so just the economics, bro. With the new collective bargaining agreement, I feel like that had a big part of the reason why Paul George ended up in Philly, because the way that it was set up, it put the Clippers in a tough position. They weren't able to re-sign Paul George, especially when they had already just paid Harden that money. So it's funny because the Clippers, they was rumored to be linked to James Harden. So the Sixers was trying to get Paul George. Funny thing about that, man. Funny thing about how greed worked out. Because you can't afford to pay all those guys, bro. And now he ended up being a free agent. Just so happened the Sixers were the only team that had a full max slot to sign him. They were the only team that could really sign him outright, which limited his options. Normally he would sign with the Lakers, sign with the Clippers again, or they would have figured out a way to get him to the Warriors, do the maneuvering of the signing trades. But like the Sixers were right there available. So I think that's why it all worked out, man. Something to this collective bargaining agreement. I think also the biggest reason why it worked out was because we had drafted a superstar. Like obviously Embiid, we already knew he was a superstar, right? He's already been on the max deal. We had a guy like Maxey who wasn't really a superstar, projected to be a superstar that became a superstar. So we were able to sign Paul George and then re-sign Maxey after the fact. You feel me? Which allowed us to technically get 3 max players. Whereas most teams can only get 2. So I think that's the biggest difference. You know what I'm saying? I think it fits, man. You got a guard, you got a wing, and you got a center. And you need wings to match up with the East right now, because the Knicks, they got wings, man. They got more wings than a motherfucking Wingstop. You feel me? They got OG, they got Mikal. And it seems like that's the new style these days. Is you got to have at least 2 wings. You know what I'm saying? And a side of fries, and a biscuit, and some coleslaw, mac and cheese too. You know what I'm
Sixers
saying?
fans already getting fat.
No, I'm just saying though. You gotta have at least. It's legit though. Look at Boston, bro. That's the formula. They got
No,
2
man.
wings.
You're
No,
not gonna
listen.
say
They got wings. They got wings over there. So you gotta have wings to defend them. Same thing with the Knicks. They got Mikal Bridges and OG. Granted, they got Brunson, but like basically what I'm saying is like the teams in the East are wealthy in wings. So you
how
gotta
many
have
wings you
wings to
gonna
play the game.
man?
How many wings we got? We got Paul George and we got Oubre. We strapped at the wing. We might even go get another one. We'll see. Depends on how they want to play the roster out. They still have to fill out the roster, and I'm interested to see how they do it. Because technically Paul George is not really a power forward. they could use a power forward right now. Depending on how they want to play their lineup. But Boston played Tatum at the 4. So if they're gonna play like that and match up against Boston, and how the Knicks gonna line up? They gonna bring Randall back, or they gonna start both of them, OG and Bridges? I don't know. I really don't know.
See, my train of thought. I know I said OKC earlier, but I'm gonna go with Dallas. Well, all puns intended with the statement earlier. Because think about it. When's the last free agent, right? I'm gonna describe him, where he does not need the ball to dribble and could score at any moment at the 3-point line, has been in the free agency market, and who has a 2 point guards basically giving him the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I like aspects of the Clay move for Dallas. I do think Dallas was. I think that makes sense in some aspects, right? Because Dallas was close to the chip. You add a championship caliber player. You feel me? Clay was, they say he was at a down year, but he still averaged 18 points a game.
But what was down here? What he averaged what was he like 37 or 38% at the 3-point line?
Well, they said this, man. Dallas shot terribly from 3, hitting open threes, and Clay would occupy those same spots, man. So I feel like from that perspective, it does help Dallas a lot. But I think defensively, it still doesn't really help them because they were getting cooked defensively. Luka can't guard. Clay can't guard like he used to. Kyrie guards a little bit. And you know what I'm saying? That still don't really help them defensively. So I do think that they're there. I don't know. I'm curious.
So what happens when you're like averaging over 16 threes a game? Do you give a fuck about guarding?
I hear you. In a regular season, yeah, you get that up. But I think in the playoffs, you gotta get stops, man. So I think that's the thing that concerns me still with Dallas is can they get a stop when it matters?
I don't think Clay is going to hit nearly enough threes or score nearly enough points to make a real difference in Dallas. I think that's another one I wanted to get to. That is a splashy move. Clay is a name, but I think that's one of them. It's a big splash, but on a dive card, I'm giving that like a 3. Like that's not a very good dive. You just had a bunch of water splash everywhere. Like I don't think Clay in Dallas is going to pan out to be much at all.
So give me a stat line. He's gonna average all next season.
16.
Yeah, I was gonna say 15. I'll give him an average of like 15, 16. Yeah.
So how many threes? How many 3 shots thrown up and made? What's the average?
16, man. He gonna get at least 5.
So he's gonna shoot 5 and make how many?
He gonna make probably 3 a game.
Yeah, I'd say right around 2 to 3, like 2.5.
But how many 3 shots he gonna throw up?
Depends on how soon Kyrie and them get annoyed with that shit when he starts bricking.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna say it here first. I think Clay averages 22 points a game, and he's gonna average about 3 to 5 threes a game.
See?
There's no way he averages 20 points a game.
We'll see. So the point is, does he help Dallas get to the chip next year, or are they getting back to the chip next year? Are they beating the Nuggets? Are they beating who else is out the West? Are they beating OKC? Who you just mentioned? I don't think they're beating OKC personally. And I say the Timberwolves got better. They made a splash during the draft, acquiring Rob Dillingham. So I don't know if Dallas gets back. You know what I mean? I like the move, but to me, it's a tier B move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Paul George move was a tier A move, and the Clay move was a tier B move. Because you know what I'm saying? Like it just was, bro. It just was, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now I feel like Paul George will. You could say the Sixers will win more games next year because they got Paul George. They could go on a deeper playoff run because they got Paul George. They're legit contenders with that move. Klay Thompson's not doing that for Dallas. He's not moving that needle like that, you know. Like it's a decent move to Scott's point, you know what I'm saying? It's like a tier B move. It's not a bad move, you know. But is he
Yeah.
gonna get them over the hump? No way.
Why wouldn't he?
I
When
feel like you
Tim
upgraded.
Hardaway
I
Jr.
get it.
couldn't do nothing for them. He was supposed to be the big 3-point maker
I get
last
it.
year.
No, I get it. I get it. I feel like they upgraded. I feel like they upgraded in a sense, but I feel like they upgraded size, bro.
What
Like
they
it's
did
something
is address the
with
need.
size.
Like you said, they weren't hitting threes. They were missing open threes. So they got a guy that can hit that. But like that's not getting you over the hump. Like another thing they need to address is defense. So
Okay, so
Upgraded,
you're gonna
they
say
upgraded
defense.
size, bro.
For me, the one thing the Sixers need to address is Embiid's health. The Sixers only go as far as Embiid is in that team. A healthy Embiid is the only reason why these guys could possibly make it past the second round.
Bro, but that's luck, bro. Like there ain't shit you can do about that, bro. Like you gotta just get lucky, bro. You gotta just hope that the boy is healthy from the playoffs. You can manage his loads during the season. That's the
But I
best
don't
you
think
can
that's
do, bro.
luck.
But part of it is luck. No, part of it is luck though. The motherfucker just get hurt, he get hurt, bro. Like you know,
But it's not like he gets hurt. He gets hurt. He gets hurt the last month of the season, and come playoff, he's beat down. Pause. To the point where like, yo, his 30-point average isn't like a dominant 30-point average. Because he was averaging over what 37 points a game against the Knicks. It was some of the most easiest 30 that average whatever the hell he was scoring per game, but it wasn't dominant to where teams fell back. It was like, oh God, we got this guy beating us up by 30 points.
I mean, he played well in the playoffs, in my opinion, bro. But like, you know, I think the biggest difference was it's not just about the points, bro. I know you only live in the offensive stat categories.
No, but
it has
Embiid wasn't
do
good
with
enough
the defense,
defensively
bro.
neither. He wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. It has more to do with the defense, bro. It has more to do with the defense. It has more to do with just being healthy. You feel me? And then it has to do with having more help around. You know what I'm saying? When you have a guy like Paul George, I think that does help you a lot because Paul George is a two-way player. He can guard the other team's best player. You feel me? And he can be relied upon to score as well. And he can score in many different ways. And it's not in a way, and it's the way that's not going to take away from Embiid. It's the way that's not going to take away from Maxey. That's the best part about it.
Well, I'll be here to break the news to you, right? If it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, and what they say, it ain't no motherfucking mongoose. Because none of these players, right, Embiid and Paul George are healthy come playoff time. Both these guys, when it's a playoff, you only wait. It's only a matter of time before you read underneath your ticker or your TV screen. Paul George is hurt. Embiid is hurt. And you're just waiting for these guys, and then you're just watching a playoff series where, like, yo, you're watching two beat-up players. Like, that's why I'm not saying – no offense. I know we beat that on the Sixers in this show a lot. Pause. But, like, I think these moves only matter if these guys are healthy.
I got a question for you, G. Do you go outside every day with an umbrella, or hope for it to rain, wait for it to rain, or do you just will go outside and live your life, and then if it rains, you say, "Oh shit, okay."
You see that tagline? You see that tagline?
Let me go get something to cover up.
I don't believe in an umbrella.
Okay, then. So, like, why are you walking around with an umbrella, bro? Like, I don't understand.
I don't walk around with an umbrella.
You walking around with an umbrella right now because you acting like. You can't stop the inevitable. Whoop. It's the same shit, man. It's so lazy, bro. Y'all just taking the same narrative from the Clippers and just moving it.
It's inevitable that they'll get hurt.
You just transferred it to the Sixers because now you're saying, oh, well, Kawhi gets hurt and Embiid gets hurt, and now he with Paul George.
I don't think it's likely that they both get hurt. Like you might be missing one of them.
That they both get hurt, bro. Yeah. At the end of the day. I'll tell you the numbers, bro. They both played in about 70% of the games over the last few seasons, bro. So at the end of the day, 70 plus 70 equals 140. It doesn't equal under 100. You feel me? So at the end of the day, like, I feel like good chance they could both. 70 is a pretty good number, bro. That patched you through high school, bro. G, you should know. You know what I'm saying? That's a good number, bro.
I'll give you this much, right? The difference between the Clippers and you guys is that you guys are playing in the East And the only teams you guys really have to worry about is Boston and the Bucks if they're healthy.
But
Besides
let's
that,
be real now, bro. Honestly, I think based on the movements that have been made, I think the top 3 teams in the East, they're arguably just as good, if not better, than the top 3 teams in the West, bro. Because like let's be honest, bro. Dallas came out of the West, bro, and Dallas isn't that good.
if they just made it to the finals, how can you say that? So who's better than
Is it-
Dallas right
It's
now?
matchups, bro.
Okay,
I
see,
mean, OKC is better
Nope.
than Dallas, yes. I would say that the Timberwolves are better than Dallas, even
How?
though they
They just
lost the
smoked
series.
them.
This shit was that's just how it played out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
That's
wouldn't
just how
say
it played
that.
out. That's just how it played out, bro. I don't know if they would win that series if they bring that shit back, bro. I don't know. I just think that's just how it played out, bro. I don't think Dallas is. I don't know if Dallas is. I'm not looking at Dallas next year like, oh man, they about to repeat. Or they about to go on the chip. I don't, bro. I just think that they came out of it, bro. It's like in 2K when you run a simulation. They just like, oh shit, the Dallas Mavericks won the chip. They didn't win the chip. They got there and they got smoked, bro. They wasn't ready regardless. At the end of the day, the Celtics proved to be the best team in the NBA. So now the power is in the East, in my opinion. You feel me? Because now, and then you have the other teams that are stepping their shit up, right? Because then now you got the Knicks and the Sixers that are both in the arms race with the Celtics now. They all trying to keep up with the Joneses, bro. You feel me? And then you still got Cleveland.
So you guys are Russia and China basically, and Boston is the USA.
Nah, they Russian to me, but they Russian to me, but that's fine. Same shit. Well, how you want to look at it? Yeah, it's like an arms race right now. So I would say that. I mean, I would still say that Denver. I mean, we'll see what Denver do because they just lost somebody, right? They lost KCP.
Yeah.
So they keep losing depth, bro, and they slowly getting chipped. I don't know, and that's the thing about how it goes with the West, bro. Like you could win the West, and that don't mean you're gonna win the West again. And that's what I said when Denver won the chip, because like Denver, as good as Denver is, bro, like they've been good for a minute, bro. Like you gotta get a little lucky, bro, to get through the West. But it doesn't mean you're the best team.
So fellas, so tell me who's your Porzingis and who's your Drew Holiday and your Darren White in the Knicks and in the Sixers and in the Bucks.
Well, you know, the Knicks got a little bit more to depth with the role players. Philly's still filling out their roster, but you know they picked up Drummond, who was a hell of a who's a hell of a rebounder, and you know the Sixers really lost that Knicks series because of rebounding, and that was with them being hobbled. So if they would have had Drummond in that series, they might have won that series, and that's not even talking about Paul George. You know, swapping out Paul George for Tobias Harris. Because the Lord knows that's a hell of an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? So I think I think they got some good. Eric Gordon, you know, he not no spring chicken, but that boy can hoop, bro. One of the best gifted scorers in the league. You know what I'm saying? Team USA Olympic gold medalist. Hell of a player, bro.
Y'all think anybody's done enough to overtake the Celtics in the East, though?
Nah,
I think as it stands right now, the Celtics still got it.
That's why do you think I never named Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum? I named those 3 other guys. I named Holiday, I named White, and Porzingis. Who do you guys have in y'all roster that can match up to those 3 guys? And keep in mind, you still got Brown and you still got Tatum in that lineup.
We got Maxey, and we'll see if we end up bringing back Lowry, and we got Eric Gordon, he can score, and then we got my guy Jared McClain, bro, aka Mr. TikTok.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys need someone like Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan. If you guys could pull one of those 2.
We don't want Zach LaVine, but
no one wants Zach LaVine for some reason. It's funny because even the Bulls are trying to trade him
Because it's economics, brother. It's just like what I was talking to you about. It's about economics, bro. It's not about. It's not. The days of just making 2K trades. That shit dead, bro. People have economics they have to consider when they're making these teams, bro. You can't pay a guy like that. You know what I mean?
I think it'd be crazy if the Sixers got DeMar DeRozan too, though. That would be another crazy piece.
But you need that. That's what I'm saying. The way that
One
Boston
thing
is
that we was
built.
linked to, we was trying to trade for Laurie Markkinen, but I don't know if we got enough for him. We still got a lot of picks, bro. So we still got enough ammunition to make another move, bro. But we'll see.
I'll
think
say
it's
here
depending on
first.
how they fill out the roster.
The Knicks ain't getting past the second round next year.
One thing I'll say about this though, about all these teams in the East, I think the Sixers made it a little bit more. It made it a little more interesting in the sense that they added a little bit more depth. They got a little bit more help for Embiid. But ultimately, none of these teams can really stop Embiid. So I feel like that's the biggest X factor. We got guys that can kind of can match up with their guys. You feel me? Because like if we play in Boston, we got Paul George and we got Oubre. They could guard their two guys. You feel me? So, and then nobody who guarded Embiid, bro. Nobody could guard Embiid.
Only health couldn't guard Embiid.
Nobody could guard Embiid, bro. Nobody.
Nah, it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out in the East. What y'all think about these moves in the West, though, man? I see my man Harden staying in LA with the Clippers.
Yeah, good for him, man.
Which is a big reason why you just got PG-13.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see the Clippers doing anything with Harden, and I don't see them doing it. I mean, they're in the mix, but I don't see them doing anything. I'm not too concerned about the Clippers. I like what the Lakers are doing though. Taking care of LeBron, bringing in Bronny. They got their kid Dalton Connect. They didn't get any of the big players that they thought they were gonna get, but we'll see. I think they're still cooking. I don't know. I think OKC definitely is poised for a run. I don't know, man. I think OKC might come out the West next year.
For me,
I like San Antonio too. I mean, they're not gonna come out, but I thought the Chris Paul move was a good move.
That was the next thing I was going to ask. How did y'all feel about that Chris Paul move? I kind of felt like that was similar to the Klay Thompson move. I think it will improve the Spurs, but I think it's an uphill battle for them, bro. Like,
I think it's great for Wembanyama, man. It's like you just brought in like a Piccolo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see. So I see what you mean as far as like his development. I can see that's a solid move for down the road. You got a real pro with him, but
not even a real pro. You got a real point guard.
I don't think it makes too much of a difference in the near future.
Well, this is the near future coming up next season. In the far future, no, but in the near future, yes.
I think it helps as a point guard. I mean, I know it helps as a big man when you got somebody point guard that know how to get you the ball in the right spots. Because if you're a big man and you don't got a point guard to get you the ball in the right spots, you might as well not even be on the court, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like the Spurs ain't have no point guard last year, and they did all that. So like, I'm impressed. I was impressed with that. I think they're gonna be a much better team. Obviously Chris Paul's getting kind of old, but I like that they drafted Stephon Castle. I said last week that he was the best player in the draft. So I stand by that. So I think him learning under Chris Paul is good. And then I think by the time Chris Paul get out of there, they're gonna be ready to hand the keys over to him, bro. But I think that was a good move. It's not gonna win no chips this year. But one thing I thought was interesting that the Spurs traded the number 8 pick to Timberwolves, but they said that they was playing chess for real because they traded that number 8 pick to the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves selected Rob Dillingham, and then they said that they got a 2029 or 2031 or 2030 first round pick. and they said that that's going to be Wembanyama's 7th year, and they said statistically that's like the best year or some shit like that. So they playing super chess with that joint.
The analytics is going crazy with that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
they
gonna
basically
lie.
saying that by the time that pick come around, Wemby gonna be like Giannis level. You feel me? He gonna be at his prime.
For me, is you got to keep an eye on the Timberwolves because they ain't had no real big pieces.
They maintained their core though, and then they added Rob Dillingham, who
The
at one
rookie,
point
right?
was he was considered the best player in the draft at one point though. He was
I don't.
one of the best players in college last season. If y'all
Let's see how
remember
it works.
correctly.
For me,
Do y'all remember college last season? Do you remember Rob
fuck
Dillingham being the
no.
best player in college?
Unless you're talking about
I-
Caitlin Clark
College
and Angel
men's.
Reese.
Men's. We talking about the WNBA or are we talking about the NBA?
I don't know, man, because the women's basketball in the collegiate level was a lot better last year than the men's.
I mean,
mm,
it's because it
it
had
was more
storylines.
entertaining.
Yeah, it seemed like it had storylines. I don't know if it was better. But yeah.
Besides
I got you,
Kentucky,
man.
who the men had?
Who the man had? They
Pause.
had a good tournament. That's all.
The tournament was lackluster. It's like who didn't know Kentucky? I mean not Kentucky. Connecticut was gonna win last year.
But they had a lot of good players. Whatever you want to say, bro. Like Zach Edey is a good player. He went top 10 in the draft. The kid from Duke, he went to the Sixers. He 15th pick, 16th pick. You know what I'm saying? Like they had good players, bro. Yeah, a number of good players last year in college, bro. You ain't gonna poo-poo the college game, bro. There was a lot of good players last year.
Hey man, I feel like the men's basketball fell off and the collegiate level fell off last year. No one talked really much about this draft. Everybody was like, everybody said this year's draft was not that impressive. That next year's draft class is the one to look out for.
They say that, bro, but I think that's just a little disrespectful.
No, I think that narrative got pushed hard also as a way to sneak Bronny in here, so it makes a little bit more sense. I think it would have been a lot harder to pass Bronny in a tougher draft class. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
the conspiracy is real, man.
time will tell, man. Time will tell. I mean, I got no issues with Bronny, man. You know what I'm saying? I got no issues with
No,
Bronny, bro.
I got no issues with it at all. But I mean, I think we could call a spade a spade. Like the writing's on the wall.
What's the writing? What's the
I
writing?
mean, this was fixed. This was fixed.
It was,
Bronny going to LA. This is a WWE script.
I mean,
And
I
Mystery
mean,
Man's gonna pop out and say, "Yeah, it was me, Austin, all along. It was me."
I mean, I'm supposed to believe LeBron's son got drafted to LeBron's team like just by chance after we all knew
no.
this was coming. Like
Why would?
that.
No. But that's idiotic to think that it was by chance. Like no shit, bro. Like at the end of the day, bro. Like business is business, bro. Like yeah, nothing is by chance. Like
This is
you think
they did what
you think Victor Wembanyama got drafted to the Spurs by chance, or
they,
matter of fact you think that like Stephon Castles ended up on the Spurs by chance, bro? Nah, there was conversations had, bro. The agent talked to the coach, like you know what I'm saying. The GM talked to the agent. They interviewed the guy. They went through the process with him, bro. None of it's by chance. You feel me?
nah, bro.
The agent made it. Honestly, I think it's a
This
sign of a
was
good agent, bro.
this was a bit fixed, but I see what you're saying, Scruff. But this was a bit fixed. What they did was what the Olympics didn't want to do with Caitlin Clark by just putting her on the team. They went ahead and made sure that Bronny was going to end up on the Lakers. It was more than just the typical, oh, we did our due diligence type yada yada yada. Nah, they went out their way for it.
I know you trying to do it like me, but nah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense from several reasons, man. I don't got no issues with it because look, I say this. There's many ways you can break this down. First of all, LeBron makes do millions of dollars, right? Minimum NBA contract is like 500K, 700K. So you paying LeBron and you know what's crazy? So LeBron, after he drafted his son, said he was willing to take a pay cut. He said he will take a $15 million pay cut so he could get someone else in there to help out. So like, because you do shit like that, you're willing. They're gonna save money down the line. So like, you be telling me that like you doing a favor for him that he's not gonna do a favor that's gonna benefit you. It's all for the greater good, bro. Like so,
No, I don't.
like, why
I don't
not make your
disagree with it.
superstar happy?
I don't disagree with it. I would have done the exact same thing, Scruff. I'm just saying we should be able to call it what it is. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to act like, oh well, the Lakers just drafted Bronny, and no. Like the marketing money is on the line. The
But it's not
everything about it makes sense. Everything about it makes sense. It would have been foolish not to do it, if I'm being honest. But I just want to be able to. We'll talk a lot about this, I'm sure, as the summer goes on and when the NBA season starts. But I mean, I think we could call it what it is. This is a little WWE ish on the part of the
I'm gonna
NBA.
ask you. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, bro. One, who's the highest? Who's the second round pick that sold the most jerseys in their rookie season in the history of the NBA? You know,
I do not know the answer to that one. No.
LeBron.
Second round
second
pick,
round
you
pick.
said. Yeah, so that's why I'm like,
Oh, it will be Bronny.
So when you consider the drafting of a player, you have to consider all of this things, right? Basketball, how they're gonna fit into the team, you know, like culture, you know, economic impact, if they're gonna help you sell tickets, jerseys, merchandise, fans, social media, everything involved with the total package, brandability, marketability, I think the word would be, right? So with Bronny, bro, you got a second round pick who gonna sell you like there was no other player, there's no other second round pick like Bronny that's gonna sell you jerseys. And not only are you gonna sell Bronny jerseys, you're gonna sell LeBron jerseys too. Because LeBron's jersey about to switch from James to James Senior. And Bronny joint gonna say James Jr. So you're gonna be selling the James Jr. and the seniors, bro. The double John. You feel me? Rome gonna be out there with the senior, and his two kids gonna be rocking the juniors, and they're gonna be at the Lakers versus Wizards game, spending their hard earned. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that makes a good smart business decision. Why wouldn't you want that? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you
no,
want that?
yeah, I agree completely. But I think the next conversation that will be had is that LeBron James is legacy in LA is that they chased the bag. They didn't chase the chips. They got the one chip in the pandemic, the bubble
Nah,
chip, you know. But they haven't
don't
been
start to discredit the chip.
I mean, he won a
look.
chip, bro.
What I'm saying is
There's something to be
I
said
agree
for
with
that.
all the smart business moves, all the smart business decisions, but I think, 5 years after it's all said and done, we'll look back on Bron's legacy with the Lakers in LA, Showtime, and we'll know that this was a movie. This was, you know what I mean? This was for our entertainment, which
Rival.
isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it wasn't necessarily all rooted in winning NBA championships or the purity of basketball.
So you think the window is closed for LeBron to win a chip? Is that what you're saying?
Not if they put the right pieces together. Look, we just talked about the marketing of it all. The cherry on top of all of that is getting to the NBA Finals. If you have Bron and Bronny playing in the NBA Finals series, that's next level shit. So that to me, that's the cherry on top. If they can bring it all together and still win basketball games, still be a contender with that duo, then you know what I mean, that's the cherry on top of all of it.
See, now I think the Lakers could go get a guy like DeMar DeRozan. If I'm the Lakers, I go get DeMar DeRozan. He's from LA. You feel me? And then you put him in the backcourt there with D'Lo. You got Reeves. You got Bron. You got AD. You got Rui. You got, you know, Vando. You got them other guys. You got Bronny. You got Dalton Connect. You feel me? You got a little team, bro. Like, and it does come down to health as well. Just like we were talking about with the Sixers. You know, the Lakers got to be healthy too. You feel me? Nobody said nothing about AD health. You feel me? You damn sure didn't say nothing about it, G, when you was picking the Lakers all them times. You conveniently forget about his availability when it's time to predict those things. You ain't say nothing about that. You ain't walking around with no umbrella, are you, in LA?
Hey, who played in last year's playoffs?
Me?
AD. Who played the 75 games last year?
AD?
So I ain't worried about AD's health.
Yeah, well, based on your math, if he played 75 last year, then he only gonna play 35 next year.
Then Embiid only about to play 15 then.
No, if anything, Embiid about to hit 70 this year since he only played in 50 last year. You feel me? Probability, man. You know, the shit goes up, shit goes down, man. But
The shit is like the stock market.
you never know, man. At the end of the day, health is never guaranteed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know, bro. You can go out there, you can get sick, man. You don't know what you gonna do. You gonna walk around in a bubble? You feel me?
I'll say this right now, right? If you're a team that's in need of a point guard, I've been hearing a lot of rumors about LeVar Ball. He's looking good. He's looking like he's gotten his knees back. He's looking real healthy. And if you're trying to take players away from the Bulls, right now that's one of the guys that low key the Lakers need a point guard. And before LeVar Ball got hurt the last 2 years, he was looking like a top 5 point guard in the game. Point guard, not player, but point guard. He was doing good. So if you're the Lakers, you should call your old thing back and try to see what's up.
Well, it might not be a bad idea.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of old shit like that out there, man. I've seen people on Sixers Twitter saying we should bring back Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz because they both free agents. Or no, Ben Simmons is on the contract, but the Nets talking about buying him out of his contract possibly. So I wouldn't take him back though because you know it's just bad aura, it's bad energy. We got good aura right now in Philly. We don't need no bad aura. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, but talk about getting paid to do nothing.
Yeah,
Talking about to get paid to look like a bad bitch on the sidelines. Pause.
Also, like, you know, shit matters. We talk about organizations and stuff. Like, you know who the funny thing is, man, the Clippers been picking up everybody from the Sixers because they picked up. It's like cats is going back and forth. They running away from Paul George. Batum went to the Sixers. I mean, to the Clippers. Clippers picked up Kevin Porter Jr. Domestic violence. You know, after the domestic violence situation, left them unemployed for about a year with Kaiser gone to Zach. You know, I heard they about to pick up Miles Bridges too. So what their nickname gonna be? You feel me? Miles Bridges and Kevin Porter together. Clippers out here, man. Moving like the Clippers as always, man. You know, so I'll never respect them, bro. I'll never respect them, man. They got all those white beaters over there. Clippers, aka the white beaters.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking with them. But
the Clippers,
yeah.
The Clippers, who the Clippers are, they are who we thought they were, or are. They ain't never gonna be shit. They're never gonna do shit. It's all hype.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. I think Philly made it close though. I think they got a shot, bro. At the end of the day, I think they will challenge Boston for the East, bro. I do. I think they'll challenge Boston for the East. It's gonna come down to those 3 teams, bro.
So who's your 3 team in the East going up against Boston?
3 teams?
Yeah, 3 teams.
It's just 2. Philly and New York.
Wow, so no Bucks. Rome?
Oh yeah, forgot about the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting the Bucks in there. Boston.
No Boston.
I mean,
Boston.
You said no Boston?
3 teams going up against Boston. 3 teams.
Oh, well then Bucks, Philly. 3rd team out the East is kind of tough right now. It's early.
It's New York.
I don't know, man. The Knicks tend to, you know what I'm saying, have a good year, then fall off. You know what I mean? Like I don't trust New York, bro.
See, me and Roman drinking on the same Kool-Aid. Pause. Uh, I'm gonna say Miami. So I don't know why people forgot about Miami. I'm gonna
I
say
don't know
the
why you still
Bucks.
thinking about Miami.
I'm gonna say the Bucks. I'm gonna say the Bucks, and then I'm gonna say the Sixers. The three contenders that could go up against Boston.
You like a broken record player, bro. You don't even. You still. You. I think your mind is still stuck in the same day, bro. Because you always be picking the same shit, bro. You
Miami.
stay picking the Heat. You been picking the Heat the last couple. You know, like last year you said they was going. They was going to make it. They ain't do shit. Even though they was the AC.
They got hurt.
Heat
Jimmy
done,
got
bro.
hurt. Jimmy got hurt. So,
Jimmy and the Heat. That time is done, bro. They're not ever gonna. They're not gonna make it back, bro. Unless they make a big move or something. I don't see it, bro.
timestamp
They're
this.
no longer a threat.
You know why I don't never say the Knicks? Because out of the Knicks starting five, right, none of those guys are homegrown. All those guys are either traded or they picked up during free agency. And they have yet to build a team roster from the ground up. People want to say, yeah, they built them up. No. All they did is trade
Now
and sign for these guys.
they got Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson? Are you serious? You gonna tell me that's like the premium?
They got Miles McBride.
All right, man. I guess. I get. Fuck it. The Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Final. Fuck it. Fuck no. Listen, I don't trust the Knicks. It's what Roman alluded to. One great year, one off year. How are they gonna look with Julius Randle back?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that looks. I mean, I personally, I don't think they need Randle.
But that's their starting five. Randle.
He don't start at 5. He's a 4.
Yes, he is.
Nah, he's a
Randle don't come off the bench.
He's a 4.
Their starting five. He's a part of their starting five.
Yeah.
He's not coming off the bench. He's Mr. Left-hand man himself.
You know what I think they should do? They should trade him.
To bring another lefty that don't do shit neither?
They should trade him. They should trade him to Minnesota for Gobert or Cat.
Nah, hell no. That's what made Minnesota a contender. They had 2 towers.
Yeah, I feel like the Knicks need a center. Because
But
now they
that's
lost
the-
Hartenstein, bro. I feel like they're gonna regret losing Hartenstein. Hartenstein was a key player for them. You know, he did a lot of the dirty work for them. A lot of those extra possessions that they were getting in Philly, like the fact that the Knicks lost Hartenstein and we picked up Drummond, that's huge in my opinion.
That's why I included you in my top 3 picks. I can't include the Knicks. I don't think the Knicks are going past the second round. And if they make it to the second round, it's going to be a Game 7. And they lose the Game 7.
But it's still early, but I'm willing to bet you that the Knicks make it further than Miami.
So this bet is ill and void if players get hurt.
I'm going to wait till the season starts.
We'll bring it back. We'll revisit.
We'll revisit.
So what's our culture topic for tonight, fellas?
4th of July.
Hey, what are you guys are doing?
4th of July.
Mhm.
We gotta talk about fireworks, man. Y'all do the illegal fireworks. I seen I don't know what the laws are here in DC, but I seen a whole. There's this liquor store up the street from my crib on the main road. They be having like a taco truck there, and they had the Mexicans out there. They had a whole motherfucking whole illegal well, I don't know if it's illegal or not. They had a whole fireworks stand out there. So I know my hood about to be going crazy. My dog's about to be pissed.
Yeah, bro.
I
My
hate that
my
shit.
I gotta watch how I say it because I don't want to say too much. But someone I know who is of is very close to me out in the city. They go down south and bring some shit up, and normally they have their whole block shut down. People come from all over to see the fireworks. My son was actually just asking me if we was gonna go back this year. I try not to be in the city too much because the city gets crazy on the fourth. A lot of things happen, but it is also a good time. Me, I just be looking forward to the cookouts, the food. I'm not too big into the fireworks myself, but obviously the boys love it, so we got to get down. But I'm just looking forward to some food, to be honest.
Nick knows how we get down in my part of town. I took him to the ghetto, took him to the hood spot. We shut down the whole strip.
Shit wasn't no ghetto. But yeah, it was a neighborhood.
Shit was a street. It was so real. Even the boys pull up to the side and watch our fireworks. The fireworks they had in my boys block. You know, the city does their fireworks, right? You know, when your city take care of the town and throw, it was 10 times better than the one they did for the city. To like where like people were
Yeah,
leaving the city's fireworks to come to the block where we was at.
it was. It
Yeah,
was.
no,
It
it,
was. It
it
was.
it is like that. That's the same type of shit I'm talking about. Like, and like, I mean, I like you said, Scruff. I don't know what the threshold is, but I do know that wherever it's at, we definitely were crossing it. They be shooting off some shit that should be at the monument and shit. You know what I mean? So
Duh.
I'm like,
Man, shout out to America, man. This is the best time. Except for the soccer team that lost and got their ass whooped. They need to get this shit together because the World Cup is coming back to the homeland pretty soon. But this is kind of when you feel good about being American. If not, you
what
feel great.
what's crazy for me too, man, is most people are about to parlay this joint into like a 4 day weekend. Like everybody about to just be off for Friday too. But gee, I know you did not call out and you're gonna be at work on Friday, bro.
I will not call out because as a supervisor, you know, once you get that 2 weeks notice and it gets approved before the 2 weeks, I ain't gotta be there. All I
This
gotta do
guy,
is
he
work that
he put you
Wednesday.
you put it in the head.
And I did it by mistake because I asked for last Friday off, right? And my supervisor put it for this upcoming Friday. And because you know, some swoops are cool as hell to leave the door open for you and check the calendar to see like, yo, what weeks you could take off. I so happened to take a look last week, and I'm like, damn, I want a last Friday off because it was like 90 degrees up in Jersey, and I see that my name wasn't on that Friday. But then I look again, July 5th. I'm like, there's my name. That's me. Oh, I don't gotta come. Pause. I'm gonna have a 4 day weekend. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try to get the fuck up out that building and start my weekend with a blast.
Yeah, this is about to be a
I
lit
got the
weekend,
five
man.
day weekend. I got the 5 day. Hit the Thursday the holiday. I hit the Friday off. And I got the Monday too. You feel me?
No
Oh
way.
yeah, boy,
Hell
Damn,
turning
yeah.
up.
my boy's like a nurse. He live in a nurse schedule.
Nah, you gotta get that time in, bro. You feel me? While it's out here, you know what I'm saying? It's off season for my job, so you gotta get our time in
Yeah,
now.
I was just off last week, so I didn't want to hit him in the head, come back and be like, yeah, I'm gonna work like 3 days, and then, and then I'm off again. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I'll go ahead and leg it out, but it's still gonna be a good weekend though.
So, fellas, what's your drink of choice when it's this kind of holiday? You already know you might not work that next day, and it's 4th of July. What's your drink of choice?
Man, lately I've been on some whiskey.
Ooh, what
Shout
kind
out to
of whiskey?
Moneybag Yo and the Morgan Waller joint.
Hey, how about you?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, lately I've been on the whiskey too. If I'm like
Damn.
if I'm at the crib, I'm gonna be sipping on whiskey. But if I'm out, then I'm probably gonna be sipping on like if I'm out at like a bar, I'm probably be sipping on like a margarita. But if I'm at like somebody's house function ish type joints, I'm either gonna be, what might be the move that what you drinking, G? Them Cutwater joints, my boy. 2 of them joints will have you toasty as a fuck, bro. For real. The two of them joints will have you blasted, my boy. So I think I might give me like a six pack of those joints. Them joints might get me through the weekend. Roll me a couple J's, and you know what I'm saying, keep my vape pen with me. I'm gonna be good, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a great weekend.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, gonna be a great weekend, man. Yeah, shout out to the 4th of July weekend, man. Happy holidays, everybody. Hope y'all
Hold on. For
stay
me,
safe.
so hold on. For me, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the train. I live next to the train tracks, but for me, there's a joint that they sell the 5th of Hennessy for $35. So I'm drinking Henny. You gonna be off the Henny
$35
for the 5th. For the 5th.
You sure that's
Where
not
you getting that
E&J?
from?
Nah,
That's
it's
from Black
not.
Market?
It's not bump juice. It's not bump juice. It's not bump juice.
That shit ain't been $35.
Them niggas
like,
poured E&J in the Henny bottle.
No, see.
That's
What you
pre-
guys
that's
gotta
pre-
understand is,
repackaged.
right? You
that's
guys gotta go to
pre-recession.
locations
Yeah, that's like
where
grand.
people
That's
don't
like
drink Hennessy.
granddad's.
No, it's only cheap because people around that area don't drink Hennessy, and I noticed because the gallon of Hennessy there is like $78 for the
Where you
gallon.
going, G? You going on to Fords?
Nah. Well, damn near next to Forge, but in Edison.
See, I knew it.
So, but if you're gonna be drinking margarita, folks, fuck the salt and the sugar rim. Fuck around with some Tajín. It's the best rim you can have with some margaritas. And for me, when I'm drinking this weekend, if I'm not drinking Hennessy with some pineapple or Sprite or ginger ale or cranberry, I'm gonna be drinking margaritas with some Tajíns, some Cutwaters, or Coronas, or what some of my Mexicans like. You ever heard of micheladas?
Nah, what's that?
So micheladas, right? It's a hangover beer, right? It's like a hangover cocktail. So it's like tomato juice, hot sauce, and a Corona or Modelo's.
Oh, I heard about that.
And it's like, it's the best hangover remedy. So if you guys do get too lit that Thursday, try this remedy. It will work. It will 100% work.
Yeah. Sound like a Bloody Mary a little bit.
It's basically
that's what I
the
was
Spanish
saying.
version of a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
But like I said, it's like, I will not steer you guys the wrong way. Do your Googles.
You got like do Latino folks? Y'all be doing the burgers on the joint? Or
Fuck yeah, bro.
Y'all be
Spanish,
doing like the chilaquiles or something.
Chilaquiles, no, that's breakfast. But so hell yeah, bro. So you just gotta go to the meatery spot. Pause.
Or y'all do the pernil. It's a pernil hall there.
Well, for Spanish people, well, especially the Caribbean folks, pernil holiday anytime. But no. So there's a butcher spot. Like you get a bin of steak with like wings and like pork and steak for like $100. But it's a big ass bin, so you can feed like a party type stuff. And then it's up to you if you're gonna make some pico de gallo, some guac, some little salsa verde, some salsa red salsa, depending on what your mood is. And then, but for all Spanish party, any kind of beer is good beer, as long as it's not no seltzer beer, because Spanish people don't like seltzer beer like that. But overall, it's just like, but these Cutwaters are more acceptable once you start drinking them shits, because these shits are like 12.5%.
Yeah, them joints get you blasted, bro. No cap, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a Cutwater story. My girl, she had like she couldn't drink. She took me to the beach, and she told me about these things. She was like, "Yo, do not drink more than 2. You're gonna get fucked up." I get to my second one. I'm feeling kind of good, mind you. I'm in the beach, and then the next thing I know, I drink 3. At the half point of my third one, that's when I start feeling it. When I drink the 4th one on some like raging bullshit, I was
you
lit.
drank 4?
I drank 4
Boy, it was
first time.
lit.
Yo, bro, I was super...
I know you was going through the spins, boy.
Yo, was I? And the only thing, I don't know about you fellas, but I never let my girl drive. I just never. So it was so funny. I was just like, yo, I gave her the keys. I was like, yo, please drive with caution. Please drive with caution. I never give up the keys. I'm always the kind of guy that, yo, I insist on driving.
Yeah,
Even
you
though I
must have
hate
been fucked
driving.
up, bro.
Yo, bro, but you know, I was lit. Mind you, it was a beach date. It was just me and her. She couldn't drink that day. She told me about this cup water shit. I ain't thinking nothing much of it. I'm like, man, this shit can't be that strong. And then from there on, I was lit.
I don't know why that shit's so strong, bro. Like, that's just, I mean, like, the 12 and a half, it feel like a different kind of 12 and a half. Like, 12 and a half is nothing to fuck with, but also, like, 12, that shit hit like 25. Like, that shit hit like a 25, bro. It don't hit like a 12 and a half, you know?
I just hope you guys stay safe this week. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because you never know. Hold on.
Yeah, no, everybody need to make sure they stay safe, you know what I'm saying? Drinking responsibly if they're driving, you know, and if you're not driving, or if you know, I heard they're giving out Uber rides somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of Uber rides. Good week to be an Uber driver. Good weekend to be an Uber driver.
Yeah, man. Please, ladies and gentlemen, don't drink and drive. And to my fellas with big egos, don't let that be the reason why you don't get to enjoy no more pooms. You're gonna be locked up because you want to have a big ego. Weekends like this is where people just don't know how to behave. And sometimes, man, I'm not gonna lie. The older I got, the more of a bitch ass dude I became because I'm just trying to go home. I don't give a fuck about shit too much no more. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. To my fellas, don't let your ego be the reason why you can't be around your shorty no more. Because you did something stupid this weekend. And to the ladies and gentlemen, please do not drink and drive. This is not the weekend for it. Enjoy yourselves. And if you know you can't, if you know you get you a little too bent, I'm sure that person, whoever's hosting that event, wouldn't mind you sleeping over. Because as long as they know you get home safe, the next day is the best thing to do.
Just take it over.
Shit, if you need to, sleep in the car.
That too, you know what I mean? Shit, but sometimes you get a DW, you could get a DUI if you have the keys turned on or the keys inside the ignition. So never throw the key in there and never have the car like halfway started. To my keyless people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stay safe, folks, man. This is the best time to be American, man. USA, 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 USA. Like, and nonetheless, everybody here is a Yankees fan except for Rome.
Yeah, fuck them Yankees.
You don't fuck no Yankees. You're Yankees, technically speaking.
All right, man. Y'all know how we do this.
You know, we end every show, man. Sports for the culture.